are rescued at night, are rescued at night. Was my father an environmentalist? Was my father an environmentalist? Is your daughter a botanist? Is your daughter a botanist? His friends are psychologists. His friends are psychologists. He hasn't cried in 10 years. He hasn't cried in 10 years. I prefer dogs to cats. I prefer dogs to cats. Did they do nighttime banking? Did they do nighttime banking? His car is parked outside. His car is parked outside. I have a new job, he said. I have a new job, he said. Wasn't I a housewife next year? Wasn't I a housewife next year? Never mind, it's not a big deal. Never mind, it's not a big deal. The physiotherapist will be there to help you. The physiotherapist will be there to help you. Can he talk for 2 weeks? Can he talk for 2 weeks? Won't I be a sportscaster sometimes? Won't I be a sportscaster sometimes? Was my wife a midwife? Was my wife a midwife? I've already seen this episode. I've already seen this episode. Was my brother-in-law a doorman? Was my brother-in-law a doorman? My cousins were warriors. My cousins were warriors. We wouldn't start. We wouldn't start. We saw them in the park. We saw them in the park. The movie was shot in Paris. The movie was shot in Paris. He has no fever. He has no fever. Can we get some rest from last year? Can we get some rest from last year? I hope to improve my grammar. I hope to improve my grammar. I've never seen Istanbul before. I've never seen Istanbul before. You can be a garbage collector every month. You can be a garbage collector every month. They went skiing in the mountains for the weekend. They went skiing in the mountains for the weekend. My grandfather is a guard. My grandfather is a guard. His neighbor is an environmentalist. His neighbor is an environmentalist. Do you have cars for people? Do you have cars for people? Didn't they invite? Didn't they invite? They will not be welding at dusk. They will not be welding at dusk. He likes listening to music. He likes listening to music. I use the internet every day. I use the internet every day. The disease was caused by a virus that is not yet understood. The disease was caused by a virus that is not yet understood. Your gate is at Terminal A. Your gate is at Terminal A. Who has a bike in the garage? Who has a bike in the garage? I'm a fan of abstract art. I'm a fan of abstract art. Environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. We went to Paris last summer. We went to Paris last summer. He convinced me. He convinced me. We are ahead of schedule. We are ahead of schedule. Shouldn't they shoot at sunset? Shouldn't they shoot at sunset? They are no longer philosophers. They are no longer philosophers. Accidents will happen. Accidents will happen. Have you ever tried scuba diving? Have you ever tried scuba diving? Didn't answer soon. Didn't answer soon. We should not experience. We should not experience. Can I go to the center? Can I go to the center? We will become industrialists soon. We will become industrialists soon. Should not follow. Should not follow. Can't you add noon? Can't you add noon? I want to be a better cook. I want to be a better cook. How do you make a living? How do you make a living? I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. He works in marketing and develops advertising campaigns. He works in marketing and develops advertising campaigns. Can they sculpt? Can they sculpt? Be sure to pack. Be sure to pack. How was everything today? How was everything today? He did not forget when the sun rose. He did not forget when the sun rose. Her mother-in-law is a virologist. Her mother-in-law is a virologist. Can I use your phone? Can I use your phone? Where will I find it? Where will I find it? Are refills free? Are refills free? The package was shipped yesterday. The package was shipped yesterday. Using a computer is easy. Using a computer is easy. Do you get dressed at dawn? Do you get dressed at dawn? Shouldn't help later. Shouldn't help later. Can I be your assistant? Can I be your assistant? I have to study for the math exam on Tuesday. I have to study for the math exam on Tuesday. Can you recommend a meal? Can you recommend a meal? Zeppelin's music will never go out of style. Zeppelin's music will never go out of style. Don't we lay tiles every week? Don't we lay tiles every week? Break the bad news gently. Break the bad news gently. My car's color is yellow. My car's color is yellow. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say. Will it provide service every day? Will it provide service every day? We can invest. We can invest. Can he wear a suit after 2 weeks? Can he wear a suit after 2 weeks? The coastline is very beautiful. The coastline is very beautiful. The act of vandalism is illegal. The act of vandalism is illegal. The movie takes place in a small town. The movie takes place in a small town. Don't be late for the meeting. Don't be late for the meeting. I challenge you to a rematch. I challenge you to a rematch. Should show. Should show. It sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. I'm a fan of card games. I'm a fan of card games. Aren't we going to trap every 2 weeks? Aren't we going to trap every 2 weeks? I'm going to the gym, he said. I'm going to the gym, he said. I'm going to high school. I'm going to high school. The door was open, so I went in. The door was open, so I went in. When I can't get pregnant. When I can't get pregnant. Does it need to be connected sooner? Does it need to be connected sooner? Are we recognized at night? Are we recognized at night? I'm going to the restaurant. I'm going to the restaurant. Will I not be cooking often? Will I not be cooking often? He writes an important email. He writes an important email. It will not be renewed after 4 centuries. It will not be renewed after 4 centuries. I'm learning English. I'm learning English. Never become an anesthesiologist. Never become an anesthesiologist.